Happy New Year to all my subscribers and all the people watching around the world. This is how I started my new year, riding a CBR 1000 fucking double R SP edition. So hi guys, today is day 3 of testing, and I'm going to show you how this performs, and I'm going to tell you how good the bike and how bad the bike is. So we're starting now. So this is the urban jungle where everyone's scared of. See, the tire was slipping under hard acceleration. Yes, the tires are a little cold, but I have never experienced this in any other bike. This shows the low end torque of the bike. These tires run fine when you are on ZX10R or you are on any other liter class which doesn't have any low end torque. This is the king of low end torque. So this is a bike which you can use in the city, and I don't mean on a regular basis. Yeah, occasional city rides, because this is the only super bike. If you have to have a liter class for your pleasure, then it has to be the CBR 1000RR, because this is the only super bike which will not heat up as any other liter bikes. I know it's not practical, it's not meant to be a city bike, but we as Indians have no other option unless you have a second bike for yourself. So, but if you do want to ride in the city and get some glam effect, get some eyeballs, maybe you want to go and pick up a girlfriend, or you want to go to the club, of course no drinking and riding, but still, if you do want to have a time in the city, people giving you extra attention, then this is the bike for it. The last 2 days which I've been testing this bike is I've fallen in love with the bike. Why have I fallen in love with the bike? Is because of the way it handles, because of the way it sounds. I know the exhaust does a lot to it, but come on, man, look at the fucking bike. It's beautiful as hell. Owning a bike like this, you have to be 10 times more careful, because one mistake from the other guy and you might lose your life, or you might lose the most prized possession you have, which you worked so hard to get. So safety is the utmost priority, be it you, be it the bike. By the time I get home today, it'll be more than 300 kilometers. I'm going to take this turn and see how I am doing, and I'm scared. I was a little too scared because it's not my bike, and 150 kilometers is not enough to judge a bike like this. People run and try to cross the road on an Indian highway, man. See the amount of sand here. Sand, gravel, This is what we Indians get for a highway after paying taxes, heavy taxes. We need a bike which we can control. And this is the bike we can control. The best balanced bike in the world for me is the CBR 1000RR. People say, oh, the RSV4 is the best handling bike in the world. Well, yes, it is, but for the track. This does everything on the road. This has an electronic steering damper, for God's sakes. The best I have ever used. And I know this for a fact because I've used a 2009 CBR 1000RR. I'm owning a Busa. Now I've not, reviewed a S1000RR, so I can't comment. But there's something called usable power, which I think only the Blade has. But people ask me that, why do you ride the Busa then? Both are very different bikes. How hard the bike accelerates. You think you need anything more than this? And I feel like laughing when people talk about, oh, Blade does not have the EMF power, man. It's only 179 bhp. What do you want from the bike? To fly off in the air? This is the Honda CBR 1000RR SP for you. And that exhaust note is orgasmic. Like, this is one of the most sweetest exhaust notes I've heard on a CBR 1000. This bike had a race fit before, and the owner changed the race fit because it was actually pinching his ears. So he went and bought a Two Brothers exhaust. He wanted something sweet. You can have so much fun with this bike, I cannot tell you. And I am going to go and offer Fairsby to sell it to me now. I am in love with the bike. Guys, you didn't know that this bike, the SP edition, has a blueprinted engine. You know what's a blueprinted engine? Which has been tested in such a way and designed in such a way that whatever you throw at it, and I mean whatever you throw at it, it will take it. There's certain components in the the engine that are designed like you thrash it on the track, and imagine this bike is meant to be thrashed on the track, so you can actually not hurt it on these Indian roads. That's how perfect this bike is. This is the difference between this and the normal CBR 1000RR. Feel of riding this bike makes you feel that you are actually on something more than 200 bhp, man. I have ridden a Gixxer 1000 before. I have ridden a BMW S1000R before. A ZX10R. There's a turn coming, okay? I'm gonna go in hot, huh? And let's see what happens. I cannot test this bike. I am not capable enough, strong enough to test this freaking powerhouse. This is a fucking mad machine. You think you fucking ram the water like this? You can't do that. You have to go gradual, man. See, you have to understand how powerful this bike is. See my hand, huh? See my hand. See the amount. I'm going to hold the other hand just for the sake. See this, sir. 2 fingers. 5% throttle. This is 5%. This is 5%. And the bike is increasing by itself, huh? Just keeping 5%. You got 10. %, throttle. 5% in the beginning, 10% more. That's 15% throttle, and you get ballistic. It launches like a fucking missile, man. And I'm saying missile because missile is too, plain for it. See, this is what I like about the bike. Now what happens is, currently I'm at 2000 RPM and I'm not accelerating. Okay, the bike, I'm not going to accelerate, I'm just holding. The bike will comfortably cruise. See, bike will comfortably, I'm just holding the knobs. Bike will comfortably cruise at 33, 6th gear. It will not shut down. Now when I accelerate slowly, of course, it will catch speeds. This is what I like. It can run at 33. See, for example, I go down. Come on. Now normal scenario traffic, I do like this. It pick up speed. Of course, it will build power. Of course, that is not meant to crawl at these speeds, but still, yeah, it will, do what you ask us to do. The bike's instrument cluster is like so compact and so informative. It's got a gear indicator. Currently I'm at 6th gear, 5000 RPM. The RPM limits are digital too. I won't deny that I like the typical analog setup. I'm old school, what can I say? It displays the time. It displays the amount of kilometers I've done. Currently the bike is 3969 kilometers. Okay, it's showing how much kilometers I've ridden while the bike has hit reserve. I mean, it usually gives kilometers per liter average, man. I know it's stupid for a motorcycle, but it actually does that. 80 degrees is the temperature right now. Right now the bike is, since I'm riding like this, is giving me a fuel efficiency of 23.6. Now minus plus 20, 80. I have not gone cross to what, 90. So I think this mileage is acceptable. You want to see how powerful the bike is? 7000 RPM, 3rd gear. What do you think this bike is? It is no joke, man. People are going gaga in the country saying, oh, the ZX-10R is the fastest bike and everything. What fast, man? Use this fucking power first. This is more than enough. This is also not needed. It's the thrill and the torque of a liter bike that is more exciting than the power. It's the way the power is delivered, not by the way you judge numbers. If the bike does not have mid-range, if the bike all the power is at the top, what do you think? You'll keep riding at 10,000 RPM on a regular basis? It's got a 13,000 red line, man, for God's sakes. The tires are nice and warm. The acceleration is such that it will actually push you back. The handles are not for the balance. Handles are just for taking, like this. Basically, I'll tell you, show you this. So you do this, the bike will go like this. No problem with that. Now what is the difference? The handle is basically for you to hold on. You got something to hold on to. If there is anything that God has done for a super vehicle or any biker is to make a motorcycle, given the intelligence to a human to actually create something this exhilarating, fun. What is different between this and the SP? Now the difference between this and the SP is this. Öhlins Brembo. They have Nissan in the back, which is owned by Honda itself. This is the first time in the history of Honda that they have actually chosen to go to a different brand. Now what that does is they are showing what they actually want the customers to have. Now the difference is, see the suspension here, it's adjustable. Okay, it's a beautiful bike, for God's sakes. Yeah, what else? They got a tail tidy kit on. See, he's got a Two Brothers exhaust. Beautiful. See the quality of the swing arm, man. See the quality of the swing arm. These are things which I look for. See this. See the welding done in a proper way, man. It had a race fit before. This is a part of the race fit. This does not come with the Two Brothers. He just kept it. It's got ABS. See the guards. This is aftermarkets, of course. See the guards. This RNG, frame sliders. The RNG fork protectors. The swing arm spools. It's a beautiful bike. These are things which he has added for extra grip when he is trying to lean, and it prevents it from scratching also at the same time. A tank pad. This is the Puig windscreen, which is beautiful. I mean, what else do you want from the bike, man? I mean, I'll just show you the instrument cluster real quick. See, you see the cluster? Okay, I'm gonna switch on the kill switch. Okay, see, now look at the RPM, huh? Look at my hand, look at the RPM. I'm gonna make you hear the exhaust sound, how the Two Brothers actually sounds. That's how beautiful the exhaust is, and you cannot deny the fact that this is a bike which you would love having in your garage. Beautiful. Now there are few points which I had actually written down. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it's got a drilled subframe so that it lightens up the bike. This bike is lighter than the regular blade. It is more agile. The front and rear Öhlins are not suitable for Indian conditions. They are a little hard, which is meant for the track, but still, yeah, you can actually, it's adjustable, for God's sake, so you can actually do that for yourself. See the paint scheme, man, it's beautiful. Now the Honda Fireblade is coming up with the 197 bhp of 2017 version with TC and whatnot, man. What do you think that will do? It will not do shit. I mean, this is a perfect bike. Fine, it has to go with the competition. Just for that sake. See how beautiful the front looks. See. See the golden fox. It looks so beautiful. See these indicators. They integrated into the mirrors. See how this is adjusted. You don't have to move this back and forth. You just press it, it'll move. You just press here, it'll go down. See how beautiful that is. An adjustable brake lever according to how much pressure and bite you want. Dual disc in the front. What else do you want from this bike? It's a Honda. It is meant to withstand anything. It is meant to withstand anything you throw at it. Bulletproof freaking engine. The finish of this product is better than any Japanese bike I have seen. The people say Honda is Honda. So this is Honda for you. This bike, anywhere in India, you go on the highway with your weekend rides and everything. You ride in a proper way. No BHP, no nothing matters, man. You'll be ahead of the pack if you're actually thinking of being the fastest rider there. You have to ride this. You have to take the juice out of it, man. Nothing comes easy. What about people in the US? What about people in the US in the canyons? These are bikes which rule there, especially the 1000. And I'm talking not of just any 1000. I'm talking about the CBR 1000 RR. This particular bike, the CBR 1000 RR, has won so many Isle of Man TT races, man. John Mignis, for God's sake, man. If you don't know who that is, search it up. It's a no-nonsense bike. ABS works flawlessly. The best ABS. It's a combined ABS, front and rear. Once you press the front, the rear automatically, bites itself a little bit so that it gives you stability, which no other ABS does that. No combined ABS is there in any other brand. The switches here, that's about it in the bike which I don't like. See the key. This is what you own. See how beautiful the key is. Simple. No mumbo jumbo. You like being raw? Be raw.